Time for another Vinegar Syndrome movie. This one is Evil Town from their VSA range, and I was really kind of curious about this one because it was directed partially by Hanson, the man who did LA Confidential and other great movies as well. And this was the kind of a movie that has a weird backstory to it. It was filmed in the early 70s. Then the director left, new one came on, added some footage, then a producer came in the 80s, added more footage, and it really does feel a bit like a patchwork of a movie. But it still kind of works in the story that it's telling. Basically, you have this small town with a really small population of 666 people, and whenever passerbys come through the town, they are grabbed by the locals for some weird experiment that's going on at the hospital. It's never really explained at the start, but pretty much anybody that stumbles into this town that seems to be populated by older people, they are kidnapped, beaten, sometimes abused, and taken to the hospital. And that seems to be the main kind of story that goes through this. They're doing some kind of experiments. There's a doctor up there that is up to something, and everybody seems to be on board with it, happy with it. They understand what's going on, and we don't find out till later on as to why, and I won't spoil that for you. But then there is other elements to this story as well. There are two mechanics that don't really have much to do with any of the other storylines, who are kidnapping a couple of people, and they get a little bit rapey as they decide to start kidnapping the girls, abusing them for a while, and then passing them on to the doctor at one point. And these characters never really interact with anyone else in the movie, and you seem to have two different movies vying at odds with each other, which is kind of strange because they don't have any real connective tissue between the two of them. I kind of like the fact of these group of four young adults, maybe in their early 20s, who stumble into town. They have car problem, they get taken in by these nice old people that just want to look after them and share their house with them, but ultimately have these nefarious ideas behind them. They want to take them and put them in the hospital for this weird experiment. But that was the fun excitement for me, watching these characters slowly discover that these little odd idiosyncrasies that the old people had, the strange little elements that kind of moved into their speech, their actions, the way they looked at each other, ultimately realising that they were in the hornet's nest without actually knowing it, and how they were going to get out of that situation. I kind of liked the down and dirty and grimy aspect of these two mechanics as well, as they just kind of captured people, toyed with them and disposed of them as well, getting the ultimate comeuppance as well, which was kind of fun. The movie itself is short, 83 minutes, it's punchy, it has moments of tension and horror, it has that mismatch that shouldn't really work, but I kind of find it a little bit forgiving in that. It's not the best of the Vinegar Syndrome movies that I've seen thus far, but it was still a really solid watch. I liked the Doctor and his machinations and the way that he just articulated himself so well. I like the grander idea that this place may not be the only place that's doing this. It could be widespread. It added a little bit of a sort of countrywide expo on these weird kind of cult-like families of small populations, little towns that could be doing this dotted all over America. I kind of liked the idea behind that, and it was a strange oddball of a movie. If you can get your hands on a copy of Evil Town, I would wholeheartedly recommend it. It's got the really cool slipcover, as you can see here. Not very many extras on it at all, but the film is worthwhile in checking out. Like I said, it's not a standout movie in the collection, but it's still a fun one. One I could see myself throwing on with a couple of beers and just enjoying the heck out of it. Have you seen Evil Town? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.